Allow the children
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come.
Hello there.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Ayégun ti dé.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Máyégún máa wí.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀.
Thank you so much for joining me again. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them, Mayegun today, I don't land.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Very much, Roberts. Dikenu.
Àwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Ayégun dayari, ayégun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Ayégun ti dé.
Thank you. Share this broadcast. Tell them.
Ayégun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Ayégun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Ayégun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria indeed is preparing to invade Niger Republic. Nigeria have started mobilizing their military. They have put them on a very high alert, and they could go at any time. Nigeria, through their ECOWAS, they have declared no-fly zone in Niger Republic, and they will soon start attacking Niger Republic by air. You heard it from here, in case if you haven't already. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, Russia has said that the junta in Niger Republic should return power to democracy, and therefore they are not getting involved. Algeria also are saying they are not getting involved. Eventually, Wagner and ECOWAS and Nigeria are going to stage this regional conflicts. Some call it proxy war. Of course, it should be. You should share this broadcast. We are starting soon. And a very quick one too, right? No matter what side you want to be on all of this conversation, I want you to have it at the back of your mind that Niger Republic has never posed any aggression against Nigeria. Again, the Niger Republic politics and their leadership is their business, not Nigeria's business. But Nigeria is going to war because of the politics of Niger Republic. Also, at the back of your mind, ladies and gentlemen, after suffering from the over a decade of terrorism in Nigeria, as much as you all know, Nigeria currently have over 10 million Nigerians who are living as refugees inside Nigeria because of terrorism. That is what you probably know, Abi. There are more. There are more than 2 million Nigerians who are refugees outside Nigeria who ran away because Nigeria couldn't protect them. 300,000 of them are in Niger Republic. Just thought you should know. Share the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, also as part of the highlights, for the president of Nigeria to declare war on another nation, it will need the approval of the National Assembly. So far, so good. In all of this aggression and all this gra-gra, I haven't seen anywhere Tifnumbu communicated this to the National Assembly. Tonight go long. Today, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, when I opened all my blogosphere, right, the usual, I was fishing. What's going on? Today was supposed to be the NLC day in Nigeria. Was it going to be a strike? Was it going to be a protest? What was it going to be? When we woke up to that today, and just like from nowhere, NLC, they started taking over everywhere. As I was kind of still in shock that what's this going to be about? Another video popped up. They were shaking the gates of the National Assembly, Abuja. Open the gate, Kilo day, take it easy. This is a security gate. 1,000 of you cannot break it. Not even a Boko Haram bomb and all of that. Only 10 minutes, so it no last 10 minutes. The gate of National Assembly flung open like magic. Come see race, see people, they pick race, senators, rep, everybody, they find the back door to run away. So I went on Mayegun's diary political. I was like, Igboroti Daruo. Do you know what happened after? It didn't take long. The likes of Buhari Dins, Buhari Diderins, Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus, Buhari Shukus, Ngozi Harris, Nneka Harris, the humbled slaves, sophisticated morons, and most especially the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris. I'm talking about those ones we call the all-risers, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers, and unity beggars. They jumped at me. Today is going to be your happiest day. We know you are happy. Why are you always negative? When things are going bad, you always like to talk about bad things about Nigeria. What is your problem? I know you are happy today. I was like, what is wrong with this unfortunate souls? So now me, you go blame. For whatever you are going through in Nigeria, now me, you go blame. Say, okay, whether I am happy or I am sad or whatever I am, is your problem. So you can turn it on me. Ni kure ti tiran ni kure. Kintemi. You know what they do? They were telling us that Tifnumbu will be the president of Nigeria, whether you like it or not. And all of una go cry for 8 years because Tifnumbu will be president of Nigeria. Now turn it around. I am not crying. So somebody is offended that I am actually talking about it. And he said, oh, you are happy, Abby. You are happy that we are suffering. So you are not angry with APC, Ebekebe, that destroyed Nigeria, destroyed your economy, turned you into the poverty capital of you. You are not offended, Abby. Now, Mayegun offend you. Oh, ni kure. Adiwata onto biye. Gomi dada. Shebi Mayegun will cry for 8 years. Ma, they here, they remind you of the pain that you are bottling up. One of these days, you go busty. Ask those who are before you. You know they take time. So they do it. They will say, you are happy, Abby. You are happy, Abby. Tell them that at least they told you will cry. Because Tifnumbu will be the president. Look at those who are crying now. Whether rich, whether poor, or what have you, you know? But we'll come back to that. We'll talk about this leak. Ladies and gentlemen, what you have on your screen right now is an internal memo. This document should never have made it out or to the public. But somebody who is privy to the plan that Nigeria want to invade Niger Republic that has nothing to do with Nigeria. They did not encroach on any territorial part of Nigeria. They have not been accused of those behind terrorism in Nigeria. They overstretched, overused, underpaid Nigeria military personnel are being channeled to a proxy war that has nothing to do with Nigeria because a coup took place in Niger Republic. Listen, I'm not actually in support of coup or what have you, but that is not the conversation. Nigeria is acting like a big brother to other clowns from West Africa. Worse off kind of government across West Africa. They are hiding behind Nigeria to say, oh yeah, we can do it. We have soldiers, we have this, we have that. Who is going to fund this? Nigeria will fund it. But what will be the Nigeria's gain? What is Nigeria pursuing in Niger Republic? And how much is this enterprise going to cost? So you know what happened? There could be a military coup in Nigeria soon. Take that from me. Not because I want it or I wish it on you. No, I don't wish it. I always wish you what you wish yourselves. But there are pointers already. Kolu went to France. He became deaf and dumb. That they had to get interpreter that can speak for Tifnumbu in France. Before then, Tifnumbu, like Bokwari, who chose London as his own safe abode, Kolu chose France as a safe abode. France colonized Niger Republic. France gave Niger independence. Now, after independence, France has been taking over 70% of the resources of Niger Republic. France, from what I heard as well, seems to be the one printing the money they are spending in Niger Republic as well. They call them franc or something. the foreign reserve of some of these countries are with France, and they are in France. So all of this, Kolu being a friend of France now, or who knows for how long, and what was offered, what was on the table, what was the discussion? And why was Steve Numbu, when he came back from France, started talking about coup here, coup, even when there wasn't any kind of pointers that there would be coup, you know, but he was continuing to say, we must stop coup in Africa, we must stop coup after coup, blah, 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 blah. And few days after that, the presidential guard of the president of the Niger Republic arrested him, and they took over government, and they closed their borders. They closed the air, the land, and water. They didn't want anybody, and reactions followed. So Kolu, who suddenly started drafting a NATO-like playbook. You know what that is, right? If those of you have been following the world politics and all of this, you will see that it is the playbook of, you know, America, EU, and the rest of them, NATO stuff, that they are trying to reenact West African style. What was that? Sanction. The total trade between Nigeria and Niger Republic is less than $250 million a year. So what gain or loss is the government or whatever happened in Niger Republic have to do with Nigeria? No, it's not about that. It is about the resources that is so essential to the French people in France. Ladies and gentlemen, uranium, they use them to make nuclear power. It's all those nuclear warhead. Like, it's not just, they don't use them just for war. They also use some nuclear head for generating electricity. Uranium is one of the most essential part of that. So France, as big as France is here, they hold 15% of the source of their energy to Niger Republic. So these guys came in and they said they were not given anything back from their resources they've been taking. Okay? And to make it worse, they said they were the soldiers, okay, that were fighting the terrorists in the Sahel. That every time they managed to corner some of these terrorists, to finish them off, the politicians in Niamey, Niger Republic capital, they will now order them to back down, or before they go further, they must take permission from the French forces in Niger Republic. Do you know there are French forces, French soldiers who are stationed permanently in some of these African countries? Do you know that? Not just America building their own base. France have their soldiers, French soldiers, with all in their base all over this place, because that is how they police these countries. But unfortunately, this guy said, somehow, they are giving cover to these terrorists, and there are those who are losing their men. That's what they said, though. I'm not saying you should take their word, though. So they said politicians are encouraging the smuggling, the stealing of the resources, making them poorer. And even they are soldiers, they are seeing all of this, that they can't even like really fight without the approval of France. So they pretty much said that their politicians were puppets of France. That's why they struck. So now they want to deal with that internally themselves. So France cannot go and attack Mali. That would be against the, what they call it, the international treaty, whatever. So you get, they can't just go. They need to use the cat, the cat clause. When you want to take hot charcoal from the fire, you don't put your hand in. You look for something. If you have, the cats and their claws, so yeah, you can use that to pick. That's exactly what they are using. And by using compromise or whatever they're promising, or whatever they are promising, Kolu and these guys, there is no direct benefit to any of these West African countries in this involvement. No direct benefit. Nothing to say, oh, once we remove them from power, all of you can take this, and that from Niger Republic, because that's what war does. If you go to war is business, ladies and gentlemen. America, EU, all of them, they know about this. War is business. So if West African country is going to fight whatever war for France in Niger, what is in it for them? What is Nigeria going to take from Niger Republic after they crush these guys? What will be the reward for those Nigerian soldiers that are going to die in this jungle? And I don't know. Do you know that Niger Republic is bigger than Nigeria? by land. Niger Republic is not, when they say Niger Republic is not bigger than one state, don't believe them. Oh. Niger Republic by land is bigger than Nigeria. So whatever impression they are giving to you, they are sending Nigerian soldiers into their death. And it is not going to be a walkover like they are making you believe. So at what cost? To what gain? These are the questions Nigerians should be asking. Not even now that you are going through a lot right now. The most concentration, every penny you can get should be what? Should be completely focused on revamping Nigeria before Nigeria turned to Somalia. Sure you get? So how much weaponry, how much of this? I mean, if Nigeria is going to invest or spend, for example, $2 billion in this adventure, what is going to be the Nigeria's gain? Now, when I said they were using the NATO style, it imposed sanction on them. Don't do business with them. Don't allow them to do this and that. Don't allow the soldiers and their family to travel to West African countries. If they have properties in any of these places, confiscate them. In fact, cut off their electricity. Are you with me? So they sat down together and they said, cut off their electricity. Meanwhile, the electricity that whenever they tell you Nigeria is giving Niger Republic electricity, Nigeria is giving Cameroon electricity, Nigeria is giving Benin Republic, Nigeria is giving this and that. They have electricity, but Nigeria doesn't have electricity. They are not telling you the full story. You see that water that is giving Nigeria electricity, for example, that Kainji dam, that your Kainji, and some of these dams that generate electricity for Nigeria, they are not just for Nigeria. Before the water got to Nigeria, there are countries that this water passed their countries. Because of the benefit of the water for the rest of Africa, I mean, this West African country that the water passed through theirs, they signed a treaty in 1963, 1964. This treaty was that, you see that water, they will allow Nigeria to build the dam that will generate electricity that will be shared among these countries. And in the process, they in turn will pay back the service charge or whatever that will cost to keep the maintenance of the dams. If Nigeria cut off Niger Republic electricity, Nigeria is cutting Tifnumbu and his gang. They are cutting off electricity for the rest of Nigeria. That's what will happen. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Niger Republic is not one state. It is a country. It is a big jungle, a massive one, a big, big one. Now, if they decide to also block the water, they are not telling you the story like I said. You will suffer it. So I said, at what cost would all this be? Why we are wondering, ladies and gentlemen, they have already released a memo mobilizing soldiers to Sokoto. And from what we heard on this screen, impending operation in Niger Republic to commence, prepare, NATO or I don't know that, like they are just like a coded whatever. So let me read the ones I can read. So they said, NN, Nigerian Navy, I believe, Nigeria Air Force to provide 2 times something, right? Which is air raid, okay? NN is Nigeria Navy to provide 1 times, what have you. Nigeria Air Force, I think that is a NAF. Nigerian Army is NA. NAF is Nigerian Air Force to provide 1, cover, prepare to commence, and then move platoons to Sokoto and to enforce a no-fly zone. Movement will be at short notice. That is what that movement will be at short notice. Treat and act. So, this is a military language to say, from now, we are mobilizing the Nigerian army to Sokoto. Then, this Nigerian army that are being moved to Sokoto, they will be supported by Nigerian Air Force. All right? Who are going to... Nigeria has declared no-fly zone on Niger Republic right now. So which means anything that flies in Niger Republic will be shut down by Nigeria and ECOWAS. Sure, you understand? So Nigeria Air Force will be patrolling Niger Republic here. Like this, it is like saying, for example, it's like Cameroon saying, we have taken over the Nigeria airspace. Any airplane that fly in Nigeria, we will shoot it down. How would you feel if you are from, if you are Nigerian, right? So that's what Nigeria has done right now. They have declared the airspace of Niger Republic no-fly zone. So Nigeria Air Force, they will now be on standby to shoot down anything that flies in Niger Republic whenever they are commanded to move. Nigeria Navy, they are also going to move in their own platoon and what have you, which is just to give the naval support. Okay, the Nigerian Army are going to move on trucks into Niger Republic. It's not far, so all this will be like a coordinated attack. And since they have switched off the electricity, as we speak, more than 70% of the country, they have no electricity anymore, and they will not have electricity until Nigeria turn it back on. So they've already declared war on them. They are just saying the soldiers should leave now before they will start bombarding Niger Republic. Do you understand what I mean? Attacking a sovereign nation because of their change of government. That is war. It is not a sort of a catch and what have you. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out, but we all know that it is no longer Niger Republic now. Burkina Faso, these guys are soldiers. They are not politicians. Most of them, if you go and read their story, they used to be rebels before they got inculcated or kind of merged into their military, whatever in their country. Go and check their stories. Some of them. So Burkina Faso, Guinea-Conakry, Guinea, Mali, Chad. Now, this is just going to be like, you know what? If they come to Niamey, at first, they can also strategize and begin the attacks on the closest country to them too. And it will just be, can they call it a World War III, a African World War? Because that is exactly where this is headed. So what will then happen, ladies and gentlemen, apart from Nigerians who are living in Niger, because when you look at the proximity between Niger and Nigeria, you can tell that people just kind of walk into the two countries, especially if you are from northern part of Nigeria. Now, from what we heard, they have over 2 million northerners who are living in Niger Republic. But apart from those ones, since Nigeria has been battling with terrorism for the past 10 years, they overstretched Nigerian soldiers or Nigerian security, or should I say the compromised Nigerian security agents, have not been able to provide safety for Nigerians in Nigeria. Refugees, victims of Boko Haram terrorism, victims of Fulani terrorism, all the victims who have become refugees within Nigeria, they are over 10 million. I'm not making that up. You need to, they've managed to keep some of these pictures away from you. People living in horrible conditions. No plan for them in Nigeria. Relocating, rehabilitating, or resettling them is not on their table. More and more people are still joining these refugee camps. But those are those ones in Nigeria. They are not safe. What about those who are outside Nigeria? In Chad alone, I remember, I think it was in 2018 or so, that they returned nearly 500,000 people who ran away from Borno State alone. Borno State alone. Their governor celebrated it. They said the return of refugees from Chad. Niger Republic, the refugees only ran and trekked into the country from Nigeria. Over 300,000 of them are currently there, still trapped. I mean, that's where they felt safe for years now. Refugees in Niger Republic, begging, living in squalor, in poverty, forgotten by Nigeria. Now they're going to be bombed into mistress by Tifnumbu and his allies. I don't think they considered all of that. Here you get. War is expensive, ladies and gentlemen, and war is not free. If you are getting involved in war, there must be something in it for you. At least there should be. But they are not saying that to Nigerians. Tifnumbu wanted to massage his illegitimate ego. He wanted it so bad that he needed this distraction. Get you busy. The first international war declared by Nigeria on another country happened under Pablo Escobar, a controversial man, complex, complicated person, alien, that we believe whoever is pulling this string, they are doing well. Seriously, the compromise is working, but it's going to cost Nigerians their lives and whatever is left of your resources. And I don't think they're telling you the whole story. Now, if they want to stage war like this, it's been calling different meetings. Somehow, the rubber stamp Nigeria Senate, who had probably no clue, right? They are dancing to their own surugede, their own surugede inside the National Assembly, where they are indeed screening the other thieves who are coming to make your shege permanent. Okay? And then you start singing, it shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. This shege shall be permanent. All through, it shall be permanent. Because you see, why that drama was going on, Nigeria is going to war. The president of Nigeria, Tifnumbu, is mobilizing soldiers, mobilizing the Air Force, mobilizing the military. I haven't seen the same reaction from Benin Republic. I haven't seen Togo. I haven't seen all these other West African countries that they said, indeed, are in ECOWAS declaring this, except for Kolu. So they should be able to say, he should be able to write the National Assembly and tell them, we are going to war. Because he's already started the war. Okay? He didn't care about the treaties that brought about the electricity sharing in these West African countries. He didn't care. He probably never cared. Or he didn't probably, he didn't care, I would say. He cut off electricity. That's a declaration of war. It is like Nigeria going to go and bomb their dam. Let's say Niger Republic have their dam. And you start war. You start bombing their bridges. You start bombing major government buildings. Then you look like, you know what? Let us bomb their power supply. Let us bomb their water supply. That is war. Tifnumbu have already started the war. And National Assembly of Nigeria have no clue. Isn't that impeachable? And another question, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think somebody within the rank and file of the Nigerian military or somewhere within the security circle who are not happy about what Tifnumbu is about to do decided to leak this document? Have you kind of thought about that? I have been thinking about that. Sure you get. I've been thinking about that. Sure, they are saying this is a very, very vital information. And it is so kind of a treasonable offense for anybody to release it in public. I was like, well, may I know, say, releasing information and all that like this, it has to do with Freedom of Information Act in Nigeria and all over the world. Freedom of Information Act. Somebody acted as a whistleblower. And there's also a whistleblower law in Nigeria where when you see something bad, you can release them. And there is also a law of fair use. Law of fair use means, right, this is already public and the world should know. So they should be answering questions now, right? But in the typical Nigeria, trust me, they would rather punish the whistleblower that blows the whistle on their evil plan, okay, than for them to do the right thing. I know they come Nigeria. I have committed no crime. Tifnumbu and the criminal politicians are about to commit the gravest of the gravest crime. Stealing from you, oppressing you, gagging you. They are actually not enough. They want to start a war that has nothing to do with Nigeria. They've already started it already anyway. So yeah, the world should know. There are soldiers who are currently having to leave. I told you about underpaid Nigerian soldiers who are already suffering in what they have made of Nigeria. The reason why there is a coup in Niger Republic is because of the corrupt nature of the Nigerian politicians, the elite, the nonchalant attitude towards the people's welfare, the indifferent to people's agony, that they give no damn as long as they were okay. Their soldiers were dying. They were denying them in death. Terrorists were making so much money that they could tell the connection between the politicians and these terrorists. So they struck and took over government. And there is going to be about war now. But ladies and gentlemen, Nigerian soldiers are underpaid. They are being killed and slaughtered like nothing by terrorists. Some of them are being buried in shallow graves where their family members don't even know they are dead, just to hide and cover up this whole madness. Yeah? Now, a lot of them are being drafted, are about to be drafted into war. The war that is of no benefit to them or to the country or the people at all. They are not fighting war because they wanted to defend Nigeria from Niger. No. They are fighting war because they want to force Niger back into the hands of France. That shouldn't be our fight for any reason. So some of them are already tendering their resignation. They don't want to be part of the Nigerian military anymore. And you know, one sad thing is this. On the left, the letter on the left, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian army, decided to increase the chain of feeding allowance. This is money they pay as extra on the salary of a soldier in Nigeria. And that is, you know, when you get your pay salary, they will say, okay, this is your feeding allowance, or this is your medical this or that. Do you know that as a soldier in Nigeria, they only have to pay them 90 pence, less than £1 a month for feeding while they are fighting terrorists, putting their lives on the line. 1,000 naira of this while. But because of this subsidy removal, this hardship in Nigeria, Nigeria military has increased that feeding allowance to 1,200 naira. And that is £1, 10 pence, or $1, 40 cents. That's how much they have increased their feeding. Their main salary, by the way, an average soldier in Nigeria is said to be receiving at least 150,000 naira. Sorry, I felt like somebody slapped me there, like, somebody said, where the soldier go collect 150,000? Mayegun, you the play, Abi? Yeah, they said their salary is average of 150,000 naira as a soldier. 150,000 naira, in Nigeria, if you exchange that, 150,000 naira will be how much again? 140 pounds. 140 pounds a month. And they will collect £1, 10 pence for feeding. Because the economy is bad now. So meaning they get paid £141 a month to be a soldier in Nigeria. Demoralizing, right? But that's what they can do. If you are a soldier, you don't be a soldier because of money. You are a soldier because you want to defend your fatherland. That is what these ombudsman slaves are always telling you. It is not different from the same people who are saying, why are you eating rice? Where you come out and say, oh, things are so hard. Everything is so hard. A bag of rice right now is 50,000 naira. What is going on in this country? Then you see these Olori Brukus, they will come and say, what's your problem? Is it Tinubu that said that you must be eating rice and rice? Are there no other food? There is even a local rice or fada. That one is just 35,000. Must you eat imported rice? Must you eat this one and that? Yeah. They are the same people that will tell you being a soldier is to defend your fatherland. It's not because of money. Soldiers don't need money. It's your life. You only have one thing that you signed up for, to give your life to Nigeria. That's what they told you. I mean, what the hell? Soldiers have families too. They have loved ones too. They have children. Soldiers pay school fees of their children. They pay house rent. Their parents, aged parents, need support. They need to give to them too. But these Olori Brukus don't see that as that. They see you as soldiers. Maybe you have to just die. You have to. Don't you know what you sign up for, Ni? Do you not know what you sign up for, Ni? I have seen that many times, unfortunately. So some of them are already resigning. Those who can't resign, they are running away. Yeah, they are just going away. And it is going to get worse. And I hope Tifnubu will have a lot of you on hand to join the army. Not in recruit in Sokoto. All this kosishe, no job. Baba, find your way to Sokoto. They go give you uniform. They go give you gun. And they go pay you money. Before you know it, you will defend this mandate too. Go and defend your mandate in Niger. It will be very, very important. All this hardship that you are complaining about, whether in public or in secret, Baba, Alaja, find your way to Sokoto. When you get to Sokoto, automatic job is waiting for you. Niger to be. Follow them, go Niger. If you come back, you go come complete that your family land. Who knows? Because war is business. This may be your chance to defend Nigeria, okay? And be one of those patriotic Nigerians. Kolu will need army in Sokoto. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of believe that there is going to be a coup in Nigeria. The question should be, when? And make I add extra, when the whole scenario lead to that. Those of you who don't kind of fancy that word, break up Nigeria, may everybody go find a level, may everybody go find a way. You know, that thing will begin to make sense to you. See, now event will shape things. Just pay attention and pray to all live long enough so that all of this can happen in your lifetime. And you can be one of those who will sit children down in the future and say, Hello. There is a country called Nigeria, but it is dead now. Of course, my late great-grandmother once told me that everything you are going to use to tell a story, every history you are going to tell, every history you're going to tell in your life, you will only get to meet them here when you arrive on this earth. Nobody brought history from heaven or from wherever we come from. Now from here, they go make events will turn to history. And now gradually like this. Who released the memo? Who leaked it? Why? Are they sending message to say a lot is going on right now that are so alien to what they are used to? Are they trying to tell Nigerians that they are forcing them to go and start a war they are not meant to? Why did they release the memo? And why are you going after those who published the memo? Because by law, Tifnubu is already breaking the law. Yeah, he is already doing that. Here you get. There are so many consultations that should happen. He is consulting with West African dogheads, puppets. He left those who are supposed to be in his country, the National Assembly, and all the ragaraga rogorogo, all the owners of Nigeria, and tell them we are going to war. They are reading about it in the newspaper. And do you think They are currently dancing Baba Oyoyo in northern Nigeria, especially the Sharia North, especially most of them who knows that if not because of anything, Niger Republic should be part of Nigeria, or Nigeria should be under Niger Republic. Somehow. Omo Baba Onikpepeye from Niger. You know who that was? That is, Na Mumumadu Bokuwari, the lifeless Mani Queen. Bokuwari Papa, now from Niger Republic. Na Pepeye is the sell. You know what I mean? Bokuwari's father was selling duck. He was a duck seller. So, and back in the days, you see, if you go to Casino Daura today, at the back, you see, if you sit down inside Bokuwari's living room, they talk. Now, Nigeria, you day. If you go backyard, go peace. Baba, you don't enter Niger Republic. True life story. So, Baba Onikpepeye from Niger Republic walked straight into Daura, and they met Sarafatu, Bokuwari's mother. Another Fulani. God bless her soul. We don't know where she came from. Maybe from Niger too. Now, Omo Baba Onikpepeye became president of Nigeria, turned Niger Republic to the what do you call it? The de facto headquarters of Nigeria. Somehow, invested there. And he even told all of you, if your wahala too much, in go Niger Republic, he go there for you. That Niger Republic is where Kolu is turning off electricity now. That's the Niger Republic that Tifnumbu is going to use the Tucano jetty. Tucano jetty that Bokuwari bought, not because of fighting terrorism, but for clearing out the dot in the circle, the Igbos in the circle in Nigeria. It didn't tell you. Shebi, you didn't know. I am saying it to you now. They took Nigeria money to go and buy Tucano jet from America. They delivered Tucano jet, they turn them to museum, in Kaduna, where people go to and take pictures. Terrorists are still very much milking and killing and kidnapping people in northern part of Nigeria. Rather than use Tucano on them, they started using Tucano in Imo State. They started bombing civilians and their villages in Imo State. They are looking for unknown gunmen and IPOB. Don't pretend that you don't know. He didn't. And he said he was going to wipe them off there because they are just dotting a cycle. So they told him in America, before you use your Tucano, you have to gain approval. They heard that they were using it in Imo State. They said, Elo park it Tucano. Yeah. Since then, they parked the Tucano jets. So Tifnumbu now came in. He's about to use the Tucano jet in Niger Republic. Retirement home of Bokuwari. And you think they are dancing, happy. No, you have no idea what is still loading. Maybe then shoot the first bomb first. And then you go no say, Wala go day. I am not predicting. I am just putting the pieces of information together. You can do all the prediction yourself. Because it go really heat up, it go hot. And since it don't start, my prayer is that Kolu should not stop. Close your eyes and let us pray quickly. It's a short one. Universe, dear universe, will call upon you today. Because now only you seems to be real. Universe, whatever you do in shaping everything somehow, that make the criminals power-drunk rogues, to be living in their own alternative universe, different from the reality that they are in. Universe, do your thing. Block their heart. Make their heart so hard and strong that they will never listen to sense of reasoning. No, any voice of reasoning. Block the heart of Kolu and those behind him. Baba, let them turn their sword on themselves. So that, Baba Universe, it shall come to pass that there was a country. Amen. You're negative. I'm trying to save you. Ode ló pọ̀ jù nínú ẹ̀yin Lagos Abobaku. Ode ló pọ̀ jù nínú yín. Majority of you, like I've told you before, you see this brain is a very powerful tool. Go and check human history. You will see that humans, they have overcome so many life challenges. And every time challenges pop up, right, they always use them as a stepping stone of discovering something that will fix that. Until another one pops up. Brain is a very powerful tool. See all these things that we are using, all these connections and all that. Brains thought about them, pieces them together, and they make them reality. Brain. And everybody get brain. Brain are part of body. Orimi, ejika, okun ese tireni oluwa. For those who understand Yoruba, orimi, ejika, okun ese, parts, body parts. To ba fe so le so pe brainy mi, orimi, okun ese, brain is part of is also part of body. And it's a very, very vital one. You must learn to use your brain. If you don't use your brain, somebody else will be remoting that brain and they will be using it for you. And in most cases, people will use your brain for you. The result is that you go to suffer and you will not know why. Remember, you get brain, you know they use them. Especially those of you who they have kind of, for example, they have conditioned your brain. No matter about age, now from childhood that they do this thing. Some of us, we just grew up as rebuni. So I'm not completely blaming you that a lot of you grow up based on the condition they have put you. Whether in a religion, they take condition you. Whether in a tribe, they take condition you. Whatever it is, it's been gradual until now, no matter. If you don't use your brain, the likes of Tifnumbu will be using them for you. And guess what? The result is this. Terrible government policies that you will be suffering in the midst of plenty. And you will be asking yourself and say, God, why are you doing? There's nothing to do with God. Do you understand? It has nothing to do with your destiny or this or that. Or maybe no. You were not made to be so. You were conditioned to believe so. So whatever conditioning they put you and the rest of that, the truth of the matter is, a stage will come that your eyes will clear. The lies will vanish. You will blame yourself a lot. You will beat yourself and say, why did I believe this long? Like something is going to happen. Why? But I am saying it to you right now. Okay? They are going to lead all of us to that state of total dissipation. There is another word for it. Imaranti, I'll tell you. Now, let me break it down for you. Whatever they are pushing, that they want to use war as distraction, I encourage them to continue. Because right now inside Nigeria, go. Ara oro okun. It's no easy for the rope. It's no easy for the bird that is resting on the rope. And like this, it be. So that's why I'm going to take you to Nigeria back again. Let's leave Nigeria for now. We'll come back to that. In Nigeria, things are tough. Let's leave all banters aside. People are suffering. Even these wearies that will come here and abuse me, a lot of them are going through hell. But I just don't know the level of destruction they have done to their frontal lobe. You know what is in that frontal lobe? It be in the other brain, this one and this one. To the point that they would rather spend their miserable lives defending the same policies that is actually making life hell for them. Nobody has been able to diagnose this kind of madness. I haven't. I tried. Everyone is affected. Everyone. So when you are conditioned to believe that could be because of you are not praying enough. Or it's because Nigerians are just bad people. All of us are bad. That's why bad people are in charge of Nigeria. These are kind of slavish arguments. Politicians said they would do something. They failed. You empower them again. Then you are defending them by trying to blame everyone else that who is better. Hey, if they give you a chance, are you going to be better than him? Sorry that I'm mixing this with Yoruba. Sorry to those of you who don't understand Yoruba. There's no way I can say those things that I wanted to say better in English. That's why I have to say them in Yoruba, because those are the better ways to say them. Who told you that? Okay, fine. It may be your fault that you keep empowering them. But how could you turn around and then leave these criminals and say, blaming yourselves and say, we are all the same, Jari. Let us just pray to God that God will just give us the best. Those of you are like that. You are doing same thing again and again, and you want a different result. No be better problem with that. Wèrè ló ń ṣe ẹ́. Wọ́n mọ̀ ń lé yín ni. Ẹ lè pọ́n lé yín gan tẹ́ ya wèrè bẹ́ yẹn. Na madness dey worry you if you are thinking like that. And if you have a lot of people like that in your household, agbole wèrè ló ti wá. Kí ló kan God do? They told you, I personally told you, these guys are criminals. Nothing good is going to come out of them. You attacked me day and night. You told your fake God that he will show me, he will punish me, and God will make him your president. Now you turn around and you are now saying, Bogwani, the same thing. Shofe shori buruku ni abotin she already. Shoti monle. When did it become all of us? We are all the same thing. How? To justify this madness? Everybody is suffering. Everyone. All of you living abroad, continue to support them and lie to yourselves. Tell me it is not affecting you too. Say it. Live in your lie and continue to live with your clouds. Okay? Vibes and inshallah. We are all the same thing, Jare Mayegun. You are titani the same thing. Chauffeur blow ni. I have always been here telling you these guys are this and that. Hey, but they are all this. They are. Anything for like another 10-15 minutes. Where is that coming from? You are not even bold enough to condemn this. A lot of you are not bold enough to come clean. You are suffering and suffering and suffering. You know it. But that singular way to wa lori yin yen, you will still find a way to say something to defend. You are happy now. Are you not happy now? Why would you say somebody is happy that you are suffering? When that same person told you, you will suffer. Emma suffer. Emma so Ilorin, so Osogbo, Atabe Okuta. Emma so whatever is sufferable. Now I want to suffer and see. You turn around and say you are happy. God will put you to shame. Nigeria is going to be great. Tani were prayer warrior yi. Ara mountain on fire were. Under Bokwari, a lot of you being buying a fasting and prayer for Nigeria. Everything completely. Again. You, Mr. Negative, you don't see anything good in Nigeria. She's suffering good. Is suffering good? Some of you, you are living abroad, Abi, you are hiding behind your Facebook, your YouTube, and you are defending this, Abi. Oh, let me tell you something. Bad government, when you say bad government, it doesn't spare anybody. Even that abroad where we dey here, we go collect. You go come out and say, but Nigeria don't happen to me. Choroko escape any. To pass a mistake, Lord Niger. Once you become that victim, maybe you will believe to live to tell the story. That is if you live to tell the story. People are suffering. You know that. And these guys are possibly just laughing at them. And I was surprised. I may be surprised that what is it called? Protest is no longer aram. Edigbedu enter body. Enter body. Tigbedu bati enter body. Yay. Enter body. I told you, when the Gbedu enter body, everybody go dance. Those who shouted the Milokon are already shouting any con lomo. Any bar lomo. Emilokon is my turn. That was it, Abi. No, that has changed. It is now, now person this thing affects, no, and everybody the thing affects. So everybody is feeling it. Why are you kind of trying to blame people talking about it? So bansha ran opolo to ti dapo mo were to ti ba were nle ni lara yin. Ti were o baba were lenu aye yin ni. Why would you get angry with those who are talking about this? You want to blame them. You are living Tifnumbu, praying for Tifnumbu, Emma Shofoni, Emma Bloni. Because that is kind of living in denial that you did under Bokwari for 8 years. Nigeria will be great. So they're like, we need to retweet this 20,000 times. Olori Bruku people, they are there retweeting. You need to share this. I want to see 10,000 amen to Heavenly Father to say, I want 10,000 people to say, Nigeria is going to be great. Nigeria is going to be great. Nigeria is going to be great. The Olori Bruku started typing Nigeria is going to be great. As if to say typing it is actually what will make Nigeria great. When those who are desecrating her, destroying her, are still very much active, unpunished, they are still being greatly rewarded. You are typing Nigeria is going to be great on Facebook. You are typing amen on Twitter. Oh, Ripotishori Bruku, 8 years. You are typing amen, 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 amen to all of these nonsense prayers on social media. How much of that has changed Nigeria for better? I'm glad that, you see, even the rich also cry, they say. As it is, you see this picture you have on your screen. It is the gate of the National Assembly of Nigeria. Already changed, ladies and gentlemen. I go show you what is going on around or what happened today. Even though the question will be, what is next? Is that it? Or are they going to continue? Shedi Shetan, Aboshiku. I want to get the National Assembly. Oh. They don't come out the National Assembly gate. Oh. Yeah, that's when you will know that Ngozi change. But I'll take you through everywhere. River State, Bauchi, Oyo, Lagos, Abuja, Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, where else again? They were everywhere today, shouting, we no go gree, we no go gree. At some point, they had to bring in Dokpemu Stupid Service, DSS, to come and control them. But nevertheless, they still did the, peaceful protest, they call it. Protest. But that one of National Assembly, that one will not be peaceful. Oh. First, they make us show you their convo, like how it all started. And then how it went and all that, okay? So, here is the first one.
Hunger is everywhere. This hunger eats to the marrow. And so nobody should be against the protests. Because indeed, Nigeria must move forward. Nigerian workers must move forward. Because we are the hands that make the money for the country. We shall never be impoverished. We shall not continue to be impoverished. It is time for us to rise with our voices and say, fa fa fa. I rest my case. May the Lord lead you to your various souls in Jesus' name. Amen.
So, he rests his case. There are more. So I'm going to be showing you all those short clips, okay? So they can hear from everybody and all that. Then we can possibly open the line and have a chat. I'll take calls tonight. I'm trying to make sure that you can see I was kind of talking too fast at some point. I'm trying to drop everything at a very short time so that we'll have enough time to have a chat. We'll go see another one. Here, all for the subsidy.
Let him bring the fresh blood. And once they bring the fresh blood, before they will start the ground, things will be moving. Because they are there, they know how to manipulate. They know how to manipulate. Abakari is a fraud. The new CBA governor is a collaborator with Ebefele, the acting CBA governor. They should appoint new consulting CBA governor and remove Abakari from NFPC managing director and freeze the refinery. The dollar will crash. How long will this protest go on?
So these are demands that were taped. Abakari must go. They need the CBN governor and all that. Let's go to another one. Here is the...
You can't afford going to work, you cannot. And I tell you, if you don't go to work, what happens? You lose your job. And so for that reason, we decided to also partner with the government by going to Abuja to engage them constructively. And by the time we get to Aso Villa, we will ask to bring our charter of demands. One of which is the national minimum wage, which we put forward as 200,000 naira. Apart from that, we also gave a condition that the four refineries in the country must work, and Labour must be party to the supervisory committee that will see to the turnaround of all the refineries, and there must be a timeline. That the CNG, which is also an alternative to PMS, should come on stream. Among others, these are the charters of demand we gave to the federal government. Both parties ascended to that document. I can tell you that up to this moment, the federal government refused to do something concrete. And we can see that upon our hands to see our people dying. Because as it is now, Nigerians are dying. Yes. Nigerians are dying. Do you know where I'm trading from? From cement. What is it called? Is it cement? Yes, cement. I trek from that distance to this place. So, the last meeting we had with the federal government, yes, the last meeting we had with the federal government, it was the personal assistant that is sent to us to come and discuss with us. What mandate have the personal assistant to either the government officials have to do with us? So we decided to work out on the meeting, and then we said, since the federal government is not giving us listening here, the only last resort is to call out Nigerians and let the war.
That. So they just have to come out and prove it to Tifnubu that they are still formidable and they can pull the number. So what happened next? Okay, we don't know yet. All right, I still have more clips to share with you. Take a look at this one in another venue at Sorry, that was Nigeria's National Assembly, Abuja. Yeah, so they got to Abuja and they were asking them. So immediately they saw them coming. They shut the gate, like lock it. So when they got there, they started asking them to open the gate. They want to go. And meanwhile, if you go to the gate of the National Assembly in Nigeria, the gate is like about 500 miles. Or maybe that's too much. It's like about 200 miles. I mean, sorry, 200 yard or 500 yards to the main building. You get that now? From the gate, you still have to trek and walk down Anyway, so they shut the gates. And that was when they are shaking the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. Omo. I don't know, say the gates, billion naira gates of National Assembly can actually be pulled down by angry people. Man, politicians haven't really seen the anger of Nigerians, like that anger per se. And I think they are getting there little by little. You know what? Things like this, what they do to you, you can do things that ordinarily you will never see yourself do. When the adrenaline is rushing, okay, when the Aluta song is being sung, freedom song here and there, and you are seeing the people, you are seeing all of that, you have no idea what you are capable of doing. I bet it. None of the guys who went to the National Assembly today thought they were going there to pull down the giant gates, but they did because pressure tiwa.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Maso Yorùbá. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lu yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyí gbogbo ṣe sọ. Sẹ́yìn ìlú lé. Fún alówó wa anówó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà ẹ sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó. Èmi kọ́.
Sorry, was it just me when they were shaking that gate and you are watching it? I was like that. Did you do that too? Did you? Like when they are like doing that, he. I was doing like this on my chair, like waiting for it to just be like, wee. Anyway, they broke it. You saw that. So they gain access in because pressure tiwalara everybody. The National Assembly of Nigeria is the problem of Nigeria. I mean, 80% of the problem. Do you want me to explain that? Explain that to you. I will. It is because of their corrupt ways and paddy ways. That is why the executive has been able to get away with anything and everything. Their job is to checkmate the executive. When they are going in excess, they control them, checks and balance. So they are not doing that. They are just collaborators. And because of that, the executive in Nigeria have grown so big that if they see any tiny opposition from the National Assembly, they call it war between the legislatures and the executive until they whip them to line because they are corrupt. So when the people took charge of the building peacefully, it's just I don't even know any peaceful people that will break down the gates. But they said it's peaceful protest because immediately they gained access in, they started singing and dancing inside the premises. Meanwhile, they beefed up security, pulled in so many security guys. Oh yeah, protect. Zombies that have not been paid, though. A lot of them have not been paid, though. Security guys. Oh yeah, guy, we want to guide the thieves. Please don't come inside. So people just stood outside, started dancing. That was them inside the National Assembly. Like I told you, there are other places like Lagos and others too. So I'm going to show you that as well. So let's leave Abuja for now and go to other places. Showore was out too. I mean, it was in Lagos, so he joined them. And from the clips from Lagos, right? Here is one of them. Freedom, come. By struggle. Sorry, guys, that was Port Harcourt. That clip was like up the Lagos, where one of them. But that was Port Harcourt, River State. But unfortunately, right, immediately after they came out in River State, you know what who came out after that? Guess. Oh yeah, guess. No, you can. Anyway, okay. You don't have to. Here is the man that came out leading the Jagaban army. We know the Alaji. See, the local champions, good enough, they didn't go out with their guns. They just wanted to show to NLC that, Don't try anything, we get soldier and all that. That's what Nigeria has become, a joke. Somebody said it should be sent to Niger Republic. When they send out the army to Niger, who is going to keep it safe? Asari is working to become your de facto defense chief. Remember? So just came out to come and show you that. Jagaban army deal. How many can he actually confront per se if it is not out of the insensitivity? This is not a cloud chasing time. Or it is Nigeria. Tell me another funny joke or comedy you have seen recently. I'll tell you to please watch Nigeria. And these clowns and characters, they make up the whole crew. If you want to laugh or cry, watch Nigeria. It's not on Netflix, by the way. Just happen every now and then, all right? Let's go to that Lagos, all right? Here. And then this.
How many people
police go kill. It's a looter. You have to kind of clench your fist like that. A looter. If you are with them, like, it's a different spirit. It's quite lovely. But the violence, part of it is from the government. They are always the one who is always going to introduce violence. Today there was none, at least none recorded. Here is another one as well.
Put the pressure on him. Serious pressure. Put pressure on him. Let him know. Yes. In 2012, he was the one who was these are the guys. You cannot join. Take it back, brother. We will solid now. Time is now. Time is now.
So that was part of Lagos, where Showore and some of the ticket backers also joined the NLC protest. There are more before we take calls, okay? Here is another one. This time is from Ebonyi. The quality of the video is not as sharp, but we appreciate who shared this with us, okay? Yeah, Ebonyi. Take a look. By struggle. So here is another one. And I actually let you see that of Oshogbo. Here is one from Osun State. Water run away me high. Their own song was like, when I remember this one, water run away me high. Or more. That was Ocean. Kano, protest is not around. The situation is no longer palatable, comfortable, and they cannot hold back too. I'll show you in Kano. Listen.
I can see the commitment. Let's give one boss up for the SSG. When we give the boss up, I would like to implore on our SSG. This is not the office of the SSG.
That was when they met with the SSG. So that is Secretary to the State Government of Kano State. And for the people of Edo, those ones, when they grabbed Obaseki and they protested like others, Obaseki had to agree with them by saying Tifnumbu's palliative is fraud. Watch this.
We, Nigerian Labour Congress, we are here today to register our protest before you. The removal of fuel subsidy in Nigeria has caused hardship to the Nigerian workers, not only Nigerian workers, the entire citizen of Nigeria. We can no longer go to market to buy things as before. We still want to thank you, Mr. Governor, if not for you saying workers of Edo State to be coming to work 3 days in a week, we could have been making it. So,
in Edo State, we are labor friendly. 2 years ago, did we not increase minimum wage?
yes! Edo State is the only state receiving 40,000 naira minimum wage in the nation.
We must stop this palliative fraud of the federal government. I want to call on labor, reject federal government palliative. Let them give the local governments the money to give the people, because the government that is closest to the people is the local government. Federal government has no business buying grains, giving contracts at exorbitant prices to buy palliatives for the people across the 774 local governments in Nigeria. We must stop this fraud. The people of Nigeria are suffering too much. We cannot continue. We cannot continue to be insensitive as government. We in Edo State are going to do our own bit. I have decided that every month going forward, we will take 500 million from our money to give to the poorest of the poor in Edo State. We are not waiting for anybody.
If Soweto, Africa, if Soweto. That's like a Aluta victory, something to say, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Governor, politician. Who will give you 500 million to the poorest of the poor? Tell them to give the money to us, the local government, okay? Don't let them give the contract to their friends. Do reject that thing. Well, anyway, that was Obaseki. Femi Falana, Barrister Femi Falana was also featured. But before I show you that of Femi Falana, I want you to listen to the plea of Oji Uzo Kalu, the ex-con. He was begging that people should try and understand Kalu. I will let you listen to him. A quick one.
To my fellow Nigerians and Nigerians, please, I appeal to NLC not to go on strike. Everything in Nigeria is so difficult for the rich, for the poor, and for it is worse to the downtrodden. I employ people. I'm an employer of labor in my businesses, and things are very difficult, both to the holder and beholder. And I'm sure the new president himself knows that things are very difficult. Nobody that lives in Nigeria, nobody that stays in Nigeria do not know that things are very difficult, because we that employ people in our businesses know that things are very difficult. Please, NLC, give the new government some time to sit up. We will be all partners. I've just yesterday proposed an agricultural bailout, how we can be able to do. The president will be getting it next week. I've written a letter. My office will send a letter on Monday to him. And I want to plead with you people. We are businessmen before being in politics. And please take this plea serious. Do not destroy further the economy by going on strike. Let us dialogue. Let us talk. There's no way 8,000 proposed by World Bank. That was proposed by World Bank. I saw the budget. It wasn't the proposal of Nigerian government. It was proposed by World Bank in the budget and loan. And it is not the right thing to do. Giving money is not the right thing. I objected the traders' money for 8 years, and that traders' money could have been a better thing to use to expand the economy than what we have done. I will come back to speak on it. But my appeal today is frankly to Nigerian Labour Congress. I know that the workers, the people of Nigeria are of law. Things are so difficult. But we will overcome with good communication and cooperation. Please, do not go on strike to ridicule.
See, how many of you watching me right now saw the hypocrisy in that video? That was like an indirect mocking of Tifnumbu and his failure, saying, please give him time, please give this government time and all of that. How many of you saw the hypocrisy the eye service so clearly in that video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, we are many. See, thousands of you who actually have that same kind of inner eyes, Abby. Anyway, let me quickly ask you for a quick favor. Currently, we are over 3,700. We could get to 4,000 if I keep just being the one talking. Okay, but just for those of you who stayed on my YouTube, yeah, I've got nearly 3,800 of us on YouTube right now watching live. So if all of you just decide to kind of, leave the comment section, go and drop your own offering, like the broadcast, you can take it from that 900 straight to at least 2,000. Show that for a minute. Now, let me take you back to Lagos, where Barrister Femi Falana also addressed the protesters. A quick one.
With 37 billion naira. So, if you add, please, I round up now. Please, the 70 billion naira added with 40 billion naira for acquisition of exotic cars. That is 110 billion naira. If you divide 110 billion naira by 360 constituency, federal constituency, 305 million will go to every constituency. We are therefore asking the National Assembly people, if you want to make sacrifice on behalf of the Nigerian people, put that money in an account so that your constituency can have 305 million naira per constituency. And we must start with Lagos State. We must start with Lagos State. So when we go back, we must go to our constituencies. Insist on a meeting of constituency with senators and House of Rep members and make your demand. Secondly,
Barrister Femi Falana, no border. Okay, it won't really matter because the guys behind today's protest, they have already had an handshake with Kolu this evening. So tomorrow is another day, and which means all of these advices, protests, and the rest of them, they are trying to talk to them. So they will tell you to give them time. So everybody can please save your English. You see that handshake? I'm not saying they are giving him money, sure you get. But for today, they have managed to get the attention of Kolu. All right? So they've managed to bring them out and say, yeah, you need to take pictures, smile. But the guy is not smiling. Somehow, I've been on my eyes, they pain me. I check this one. They smile. The guy, that short man, the one that's Algeria. Oh, it is smile. I think this is where they say smile. Smile. Whatever it is, there is already a handshake across the desk. So we did now announce 200,000 minimum wage. We did now give the money they wanted to share that they were using mouth to share for you yesterday. We did reconsider with the palliatives and everything that to cut down all this hardship. Would they start coming up? If you ask me, now who I go ask? If you ask me, now who I go ask? So I have done my own part to bring to your consciousness how serious some of these happenings are. I am not so kind of influenced, or let me say kind of influential, to be able to pick your mind and be able to kind of control it. I don't. I just help you to understand how messed up Nigeria has become under these rogues. And giving excuses for them is never going to make it right. It is going to be worse. And a lot of you are going to run out of excuses for them if you live long enough through what is coming. Economically, and others too. I'll leave you to that. I've done my own part for tonight. Now I'm going to take calls so that I can hear from others. It's been a while. We can gist and chat, but please keep it short and simple so that other people can call in too. You know me, if you begin to say something interesting, I can spend the next 5-10 minutes with you. Always remember, there are other people who want to call in as well, right? I'm going to go make a cup of tea. And do me a favor, if you haven't really liked this broadcast, please do. I mean, do you still have any reason for not subscribing to my channel? I mean, I'm just asking, like, do you still have any reason why you choose not to like the broadcast? Anyway, I hope one day you will change your mind. But for those who have already done it, thank you. I'm going to be back. I'll go make another cup of tea. And when I get back, we will continue. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. I have a caller, but I have muted my caller. He can hear me, okay, but you can't hear him. But hang on there for me for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be running a program, the Yoruba Union program, to give you a full update on some of our activities. Well, you see this particular one I just shared on the screen right now. You've heard about, we all saw that of Mr. Lukman, that young man that lost his 2 legs. And you know the story. So we've taken over that. So in the last 2 weeks, we have got him, admitted into the hospital. We have paid for his operation. We have paid for his other medicals. We have paid for his recovery. Kind of. Now, in the last 2 weeks, Yoruba Union has spent at least 910,000 naira taking care of that man you saw in that video. And to everybody who kind of always support the union with all your financial support and all that, we say thank you to you. Yes, but there is more to be done. Now, the breakdown of what we have expended so far, the Yoruba Union, on this individual is currently on your screen. For those who actually gave us a tenner, give us 20, those who gave us a 500 grand, those who gave us thank you. Because right now, he's been through the surgery. We've done that. He's so happy. I can tell you, right? So we've done the surgery. We've paid for the parenteral medication, they call it, accommodation, nursing process, specialist intervention, folder, laboratory, admission, logistics, accommodation, and all that, and feeding. And upon that too, we indeed, as one of the beneficiary of our free wheelchairs for the physically challenged, which was the beginning of the whole thing anyway. He benefited from that too. So we are grateful, and God bless you, all of you who have always been supporting. So in the coming days, we are going to come around here, and there are more people like Memo. So we're going to come around there, and we're going to start our fundraiser towards some of these guys who also need this, including himself. Other part of updates on Mr. Lukman is that, like I told you before, we already have a member of our union who is taking care, and who is going to adopt 2 of his children, all right? And these 2, we are going to see them through university education. Also, the union is planning, you probably should believe this, The union is planning to take him out of that muddy house where we saw him when his case was introduced to us. We are building him a new house, a short one that his family members have kind of agreed. You won't believe this as well. They are chasing him out of that house, that building you saw the last time. Yeah, he's being chased out of there. So currently we are handling his accommodation, and I've been told we could actually build him a 2-bedroom bungalow. Yeah, things are tough, but we can do that. So I'm going to update you a lot on that, okay, in coming days. So thank you to all of the unionists and the friends of Mayegun in the Temple of Truth. Bless you. Those of you who have been reaching out that you want to help and all that, there will be a time that you'll be able to help, okay? And it is not just him. There are many people like that we're actually taking care of, including children. I should be talking more about them. I'm so sorry, my caller. I kept you so long for there. It must be so boring. How are you?
It's not, Mayegun. I probably deserve that.
Oh,
it's fine.
Fine. How you doing, Baba?
Yeah, so I'm very good. I don't have you tired, so I suppose if you keep me waiting, it's okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you could wait. Your patience is quite, impressive, Baba.
It's okay.
And here you are. Okay. Let's start, please.
You said the National Assembly is the major part of 80% of the problem Nigeria has.
Because they tolerated these criminals, don't you think?
Yeah, but I'm going to disagree with you because the 80% of the problem, those you call problem, are still the same politicians. You have to be a politician for you to go to the National Assembly.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So even local government, and so Nigerian politics, when you are discussing politics in Nigeria, the thing is a gang thing. It's not something that is supposed to be positive. If Nigeria elects Peter Obi now, you are going to rewire the entire thing. That's where Nigeria is going to. If Peter Obi wins the election now, if people don't understand what's going to happen, you have to start to rewire the whole thing from local government and councillors, because you need somebody worthwhile as a leader for you to do that. So those in National Assembly are not 80% of your problem. They are part of that major problem. It's what 100% a gang thing. Mayegun, the problem is you and me and the middle class. Who knows what these people are doing? We are burdened with the knowledge that we know that these people are stealing from everybody. So Mayegun, me being Ifeanyi, and every other person listening to you now is the major problem. Mayegun. Every year we have budget for agriculture. Every year. What I mean is 2024, Enugu State, where I come from, is going to have budget for agriculture. Mayegun, what happened to the one of last year? What happened to the one of last 2 years?
What did they make from?
Yes, I have been, as a 35-year-old man, I have never seen a government tractor working in a farm in Enugu State. So what exactly is agriculture? What is agriculture?
Planting, cultivating, and harvesting, storage, and all of those. So they are just the extra.
Yes, I know that your state do well in agriculture, but it's still private. I mean, in government sector in Ogun State, your own state, how many government-owned tractors have you ever seen?
I'm just going to have to start cracking my head. Ask me about how many government farms do I know.
Sure. Okay, so why are you now going to say that the people that have, you know where the money are, so you can't tell me you don't know where the money are. So how can you now tell me that the people that are now taking these things away are the problem? They are not the problem. They are doing what they are meant to do, because that is what they gang themselves up to do. The main problem is the middle class. Those that their pilots are in the middle class. Their medical doctors are in the middle class. Their lawyers that are lying very well in the court today are in the middle class. Their taxi drivers are in the middle class. The bankers are in the middle class. Teachers are in the middle class. So now, if all these people decide today to grab the whole economy, it's not easy. It's very easy. You see this thing NLC is doing now, labor and all these things. Everybody, if the medical doctors in Enugu State decide they are not going to work, NLC or no NLC, these people there are criminals. They have to get out of that place before I walk. It's a very, very big statement. It's a very, very big statement. Tinubu does not know all this. You are saying CBN have this one, Nigeria debt service to GDP and all those things. Tinubu doesn't know. It's those people in the middle class that they used to disperse all those things that used to stabilize the place can actually hijack up the whole process. So the problem is all of us. Mayekun, do you know that Super Falcons got to the semi-final, got to the second round of the World Cup? They are still owing them their bonuses and salaries.
Honestly,
do you know
FIFA has to say that they will have to pay the players
that they need to pay to the players directly?
Something that
do you know
done,
the
they've
shame?
never done that before.
Are you people not ashamed? Are we not? We've lost shame. We are no longer ashamed of anything.
Do
you know that this is a problem?
That's our problem. You can no longer shame the shameless.
You live in England. If this thing happened in the UK today, Prime Minister is out. Whoever is running the Football Association is out. In fact, it's going to go so down that everybody is out. So why are we allowing it?
I know.
Why are we allowing such things? So I will let you continue with others. Maybe we hang in them. Tomorrow I'll get back to you. Thank you very much.
You have thrown in so many questions, right? And they are all critical. A lot of people have heard them and they're like sitting there like, oh my God, there's something about me. And he's right. You know what? Let's hear from that.
Yes.
Bless you, Ife. So that's Ifeanyi calling in there. So I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello.
Sir.
I'm happy that I could reach you today.
Thank you. I'm happy that you could.
You know, yeah. When I saw that news of Nigerian going to Niger, I started laughing. Do you know why?
Why?
Under Boko Haram, Nigeria military was fighting Boko Haram and insurgents. Kumi was telling the northern what's it called? Fulani herdsmen that it is the Nigerian Christians who are in the military that are killing them. Now we have our own combat in Southwest Yoruba. Now telling Niger people, Fulani, Tuareg, Hausas that they want to take their government away and they are supporting their military generals. And we are in the Southwest. We think we are safe. You see, the first thing is all those people that live the Southwest, especially Southwest and the Southern Christians that normally trade in the North, they will be the first people direct attack. They will be attacked by all these people. And you know, in that Sahel region, there's nothing like border. From Mali, Niger, down to Burkina is just the same route.
Free pass.
Plus Tuareg people that always fight in the desert. They fought the French that is even pushing Nigeria now. They fought the French military to stand still. And France had to beg them to stop. Now they are taking to Kano, anti-aircraft going on. All those people are hardened fighters
they are
in
not
those
new to war.
areas.
They have been like that. We have been reading their story for years. Sure, you get
an average person in that place has a gun. It's their culture to own guns. So my own fear is this.
Our military get them. Nigeria military get all this intel that you can walk into a village. This is not the state capital where the military do. You can walk into a village and they can start attacking you because the people there will be like, these are the aliens they told us are coming. And you may start even fighting the war before you get to the capital of the country. You are right,
And you know, my God, the bad thing is all of them speak the same language. That French, they speak French, they speak their Hausa, they speak their Fulani and Arabic in the Sahel region. So they understand themselves. If they see us from the south or anybody that is from Nigeria, they will easily dictate you. It's like we in the south. It's like we in the south that normally see Hausa people and we quickly know, and we see the Fulanis and we quickly know. Let us put ourselves in the same shoe. Let's assume this mutiny happened in Benin Republic. Let's assume that it happened in Benin Republic. Will you and I, who are from the Southwest, be happy that want to fight our Yoruba brothers in Benin Republic?
And kill them in
but we now,
I don't think so.
now, but we want to take that same military to fight the Hausas, Kanuris, and Fulanis in Niger. And we think our own, brothers in Nigeria, which we know the country is already divided on ethnic and religious line, that they will be happy that Nigeria want to use its own military to fight themselves. I think if nationalistic in view in Nigeria, we should be reasoning along how Africa is. We don't believe in nations in Africa, we believe more in our ethnicity. And because of the fanatic type of Islam that is happening in the Sahel region, northern areas, anything that happens, like they said, there was Igbo coup against Nigeria, it will turn to Southwest versus North.
They can easily just say Yoruba man, the president, is using Nigeria military filled with Christians and Southwest.
That's what will happen. Let's be sincere with ourselves. That's what will happen.
That's what we are going.
Even former governor of Kaduna State, when Buhari was there, he went to call his Fulani from all those places to Mali, Niger, down to Burkina, everywhere. That their brother is now that they should be coming. Now you want to go and fight them. I hope they will always say that the beginning of war is what you know. The end is not what you know. Because at the end of the day, I hope we in the south, especially in the southwest, where Tinubu is from the southwest and as a Yoruba, will not be the one to be explaining that no, it's not like that. And our people in Bunugan, anything to buy it's not go to what's it called?
Because it's not new. Nobody today that they live inside inside the forest. They have been fighting.
Thank you very much. One man bury anybody that no pela on lebe on be.
Baba, ma take another one, eh? Thank you so much. It's actually
thank you very much
to hear from you, Baba. Nice one, eh? So I have another call on the line. Here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Michael. This is Benga Samuel.
Benga Samuel. Sir.
Yes.
You are live. How are you?
Yeah, I'm calling from Scotland.
Hey. That's a Glaswegian or Scottish neighbor. How is it, Baba?
Yeah, very good, my brother. I'll just dabble into this live program, and I see that was very interesting. So,
is this your first time?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Oh, bless you! And your first time you're able to call in. It's always
yes,
for so many. Some will be like, they've been on this platform for like years. They've not been able to get through. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Right. It's very, very interesting. I'm so lucky because I really appreciate and God bless you for what you are doing. And God will keep supporting you. Amen. And for you to come online, at least for us to be able, some of us to be able to share our feelings, how we feel about Nigeria, is a very great and wonderful work you are doing.
Thank you. Please.
Yeah, and what I see to buttress on two things that the two guys that have spoken now said. Now, the first guy that to talk about agriculture in Nigeria, you see, I've been in Scotland for at least, let's say, 3 years now. See, there are vast land where you see farms. That is, even among the whites, they have farms where they work, they farm, they plant all sorts of greens which they needed. But in Nigeria, according to how that guy asked, he said, the money being allocated for agriculture, where is the money?
Every year. Where is the money? So the story boiled down to the House of Representatives. All those people, they bring incompetent hands and sharing Nigerian wealth, sharing Nigerian the money they collect from tax from tax, share it within among themselves. Where? For how long will this continue? Then two is the issue Nigeria wanted to invade Chad. They should look into it very, very well, because we don't have that capacity to do such kind of a thing. The military, I have friends in the military. The military are not being failed. We don't have it. Like, what is even our gain? There must be something we will have to gain.
There's nothing. There's no gain.
Okay.
It's just
war
that
is
because
business. Nobody fight free war.
Yeah.
Go on,
Yes, because you went to because they make you a chairman for ECOWAS. Does it mean that you should not come and make some careless word which you are not supposed to utter? If you should look at it, you can look at it critically. When you may utter that word in the ECOWAS, people are sitting down. Not up to a month. Could happen in Niger, close to the backyard of your country. You see, you should know that thing is just to test the ability, to test the sovereignty of Nigeria. Let's see. We're claiming big boys as if we are the one that can solve our problem. We don't have capacity to solve our own problem. The Boko Haram and bandits in Nigeria, for how many years now, we've not been able to challenge it. Now you are now telling the world that you go and invade and to restore the democracy over there.
Declared no-fly zone. As you and I are talking right now, there is a no-fly zone in effect in Niger Republic. Even though nobody is obeying it, but they've declared it. Anything that fly, the moment they say, "Yeah, go in," Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian Air Force will start shooting anything.
And if you should look at it again, because something that is very technical. It's very, very technical. Now, look at Burkina Faso, Mali, Sudan. They have come together now and they said, if Nigeria should invade Niger or Niger, that they will retaliate and they will see it as act of war. Now, is it the military that we don't have? You will have the capacity.
Like you've already stretched the military. So many of them are in Eastern Nigeria. Some they are chasing others are in other part of Northern Nigeria. Overstretched to the point that Baba,
just look
Northern
at
Nigeria is not fully secured anymore. Like there are some part of Northern Nigeria, they have ceded them to the terrorists. They don't go there anymore. They just people there are paying taxes to the terrorists in Nigeria today.
Yes. So they need to. It's beyond this. What is on ground now is beyond labor. Anybody that is close to the government should be, because we can't say because we are here in UK and I said we have loved ones. We have loved ones that we really care for back home. If anything happen, if any chaos should happen, if they should say they invade this thing, they mistakenly say they wanted to launch any weapon or wherever, do we have the capacity? Is it the people that the country did not feed well, or the government are treating bad, fuel prices up, everything is up? Are they the people you want to put in this kind of jeopardy again?
Funding war that is not benefiting them. See, we got some, Baba. Thank you so much. Okay.
You're welcome, bro. You're welcome.
I appreciate.
I'll still be calling in Memo again.
Thank you. I love to hear more from you too. That's a very beautiful one. Very lucky guy too. I love that determination, right? He kind of joined the platform, but randomly he said, and here you are. He quickly kind of, just fits in straight up. Like it's so, easy, I would say. And I respect that. Thank you so much there. So I am going to take, I think I have another caller. Quick one. Hello there.
Oh, Mayagon, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Nigeria. I'm fine. This is Osita.
Osita.
Yes.
That's I've gotten another Osita, by the way. But yeah. How you doing tonight, sir?
Yes. I'm fine, my brother. Just watching your program, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I think it is a good thing that our people come to know what is on ground. And I think with this great exposition now, a lot of things have been revealed. And I'm going to tell you the fact. It's not that some of these things that Nigerians don't know, but we are handicapped. Who will help this country? Who will help the masses? We know what is going on, but the problem is who will start the action? Where are we going to? Who is going to help?
Who will build
that is the only problem. Who will build the car? That's the problem. We are handicapped so much in this country, my brother. You people over there should be praying for us. So if not, sometimes I listen to some of these things. It looks as if the world is standing up. My brother. my brother, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all.
Like
I will advise that if everyone who is listening to this program now will be able to begin to look at how dangerous this action will be if it is being taken, then let those who are concerned begin to reach them and kind of advise them, because this is a serious advice. From all that people are saying here today, you see that is a serious advice. Let them begin to retrieve their steps and not being pushed into scattering this country. It has been already having issues here and there. And with this one now, my brother, now to just scatter the remaining part of it.
I mean, what is even wrong with, Mo even ask, you didn't plan anything about the subsidy. You just said subsidy is gone. Now you are planning war. Brother, you didn't even consider other things that are relative.
I just listened to a young, my brother, nobody knows. I listened to a young soldier. I think that soldier should be from either Mali or one of the Sahel region.
Right.
He was saying that they are waiting for Nigeria, that the soldiers should do something. You see how these things work. That our leaders are too old. They cannot think straight. They think like children. So, my brother, it's something very serious.
Adding your own
Thank
voice
you
too.
very much. I really love your program. I love your program, my brother. Keep it up. Some of the things we don't know, we used to get the information through this your program.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Osita, have a good one, okay? So that's Osita calling in tonight. I think I have other callers too. Like, it's going to be like so busy line, all right? So here is another caller. Hello there.
Hi, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, let me just mute my laptop.
So that we can reduce the obstruction. Yeah, please.
Okay. Hi, good evening. You okay?
Yeah, very well. Yourself?
You're in my town some few days ago. If I'd known, you'd have just.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah, Judy, anyway. Okay. Now, you know when I've been telling you some stuff some few weeks ago, and it was as if it was like fairy tale. Something is about to happen. Something big is about to happen. Okay, now let's analyze it. Let's start from the top. Russia now is looking for strategic partnership, economic, military, and otherwise in Africa. Now, all these small countries that are under military rule are now aligned to Russia. They are no longer aligned to the West, because what has the West? What have we benefited from the West as African countries? Nothing. It's all enslavement and giving us loan that, exploitation, and all, Now, things are changing. Now, 6 countries, that's what people should understand. 6 countries now have said, you touch Niger, you've touched us. This is not Liberia, because Tinubu is a blockhead. He's only drugs. I'm sorry that I'm insulting somebody's father, but he's such a stupid agbaya. And plus, when you have people like Dele Alake and Onanuga advising him, what do you expect? These people are idiots, complete olodos and all that. You have serious problem in your country instead of you to respect yourself. In fact, if he's a sensible fellow, when they even gave him that ECOWAS chairmanship, he will say, listen, guys, I have too much on my hands right now. No, but thank you, and all that, so that he would concentrate. But it shows that this man does not have any plan for Nigeria. It's just the ego to say that he's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's looking for acceptance, and now when they gave him the ECOWAS chairmanship, he accepted it. But you know what? They say before somebody is put to shame. You see, this drum that they are beating for him is drum of shame, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't know it.
But why would somebody even release that memo? Me and you, we don't figure lay our hands on such things. You know that it may be a piece of paper, but it's a piece of paper that signed the death warrant of Niger Republic. So who released that? Are they sending signal to say, listen, we're not interested in this thing, but we are just following order. Like, have you ever
Michael, now,
like, who released that?
Yes, now, Michael, it's very easy to work out who released it. It's a soldier that released it. The soldiers do not want to go for into needless war. They've not even finished dealing with Boko Haram. There's no guns. There's no ammunition. You'll be look. Remember that time that that soldier that came out exposed all the things they were saying. They don't even issue enough bullets and all that. These francophone trained soldiers are fit. Look at that guy from Burkina Faso. That guy is like a marine soldier. He's fit. 70% of Nigerian army right now, 70% of the officer code in the Nigerian army are all of fit, big belly. They can't even run. They can't run. They are all politicians in a uniform now. They can't run. They are not fit. They can't go to war. The other ranks are people are deserting everybody. But they don't tell you. They desert and run away. They're not paying them their salary. They are the poorest people. Yeah, they're demoralized. And you want to send some few people to go and die for nothing. Listen, Kolu, I hope you're listening to this. A coup is coming to you. A bloody coup is coming to you. And I pray that you not escape that day. And you stupid people, and all the Agbado people, all the stupid Agbado people that are here, because a lot of them causing problem, even on YouTube, on Facebook, saying, you people should stand by your mandate too. You people shouldn't argue or start complaining.
Don't they pay some of them? They can't stand longer anymore because this person job they stand on mandates, brother.
It never begin. Make them stand on their mandate.
They shouldn't shake. On this mandate, you must stand. Whether you want to cripple on it is your choice, but you can't go away from it.
So this one thing is a very dangerous thing. They should it's up to them. I will not tell them to stop.
They never thought it through. They actually shot their electricity. Electricity will be saying Africa, like it's like a West African joint project. So you shot them out. So you've already declared war now. Abi, what do you think?
One last thing though. Do you think this could be even a blessing in disguise for Nigeria to break up? This could be a blessing in disguise for us to just find our way, because when the soldiers go there, they will just disobey and all that. Everybody has their way. The election shows us that most of the soldiers voted for, did not vote for them.
Almost all the barracks in Nigeria. How did you even do that?
So that tells you something.
Actually, like they will support to be himself.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you very much too. I'll take this. Suzanne Oyeleye, thank you. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, my good general.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. How you doing?
Yeah, this is Ken. I'm good. This is Ken Sunday.
How are you, Ken? Good to hear from you, Baba.
Yes, sir. I'm good. Please. Likewise.
Mm-hmm.
How was your food?
Beautiful.
Good.
Thank you.
So I'm calling in regards to, if you remember, about a few weeks ago, when they had that meeting, the world meeting in France. You remember Kolu went, and he was so happy to see Macron, right?
I remember.
And if I remember quite all right, and you were telling us about the story of Macron living in Lagos when Tinubu was the governor in Lagos.
I remember too.
Okay, so I'm giving you a flashback to what you said. So what is going on now is not about Nigeria, but the West is trying to use Nigeria to counter the Francophone-speaking countries of West Africa. Because if you look back, most of these West African countries, the Francophone ones, their currency is their central bank is in France. Their currency is in that
Ken, that thing weakened me that in 2023, majority of the Francophone countries in Africa, they don't have central bank. Their bank is from France. France bring their money. They will create the money and ship it to them, like they are shipping aid to them. I weak.
Of course, not even that alone. You see, they are good. A lot of these even Mali and these places, they have gold as their foreign resources, right?
That's right.
They ship this gold away to France to put it in their central bank. And when they want to collect it back, they pay about 20% interest or 20% fee just to collect their own gold back. So now, if you look at the countries that have had this coup, at least 4 or 5 of them are West African countries. And now, and Mali, I believe, kicked out France from their country, and maybe 1 or 2 other countries.
The French as official language too.
There you go. So now, who they have a beef with is France. But France is trying to use Kolu because Kolu is a friend to Macron to carry out their evil plan. Just like how US is having their own pet project in Ukraine with Russia. So now, France is about to have their own pet project vis-a-vis Nigeria against fellow West African countries that are Francophone speaking that are about to walk away from France.
So that's the job, the actual human job Nigeria is about to do for them. By pretending to be bringing other West African countries into it, who will contribute nothing to the war, but Nigeria will foot it.
Exactly.
Wow.
Of course. So now you see what the problem is. It's not Nigeria is not going to be the one executing this war. Nigeria is not going to spend the money. France is going to use back end to send the weapons and whatever they have to do with Nigeria.
So it's just the human lives that we are going to contribute, the soldiers.
Exactly. And you see this private military in Russia, a lot of them already have established bases in these West African countries.
I know. The Wagners.
And they are the ones paying their own fees. Yeah, exactly. So they don't even make money from Russia. They make money from these West African countries, including Sudan, right?
That's right.
So that is where the problem is. So that's where the war is. And what Kolu is forgetting is that he should focus on Nigeria, not what he's focusing on, because there is a coup coming. If there's no coup, remember the last time I spoke to you, I told you at some point there will be so much hunger in the land that they wouldn't have a choice than to come out. And if they refuse to fight for their own freedom, up to 1 million people will be dying on the street. They'll just walk on the street and fall down and die because they don't have money to eat or they don't have food to eat. And the economy is already in the verge of collapsing. So maybe France already has an agreement to shore up Nigerian economy. That's why Kolu is going the direction he's going. I don't know. That's probably what it is.
I mean,
but
because
at the end
else
of the
makes
day,
sense. Sure, you get like why is Nigeria going there? You know, nothing else makes sense. So your theory could be any of those.
I just gave you the breakdown. That is the reason why. You know, it's a proxy war they are fighting.
It's a proxy war.
And when France come in, the US will support France. And Kolu is trying to get relevance. So he's going to do whatever they want to do. All the dirty stuff they have on him. He has no choice. So you get.
I do.
So that's where the problem lies. But I just hope at some point, either the Supreme Court or the tribunal will do something about it, or the people have to take onto the street and do whatever they have to do to get rid of him, or the military will have to come back and take over.
So something will have to happen, or else we are all
something
dead.
Has to happen within the next 3 months. Like I told you, Nigeria, if it doesn't collapse from now to December, I'll be shocked. So something has to happen, and it has to happen really fast, because everything is going on a fast pace right now.
Right. Thank you so much. So there will be
drones involved in that war.
I know.
Yes, sir.
You have a good one, okay? That's from another perspective that actually makes sense. I was here throwing all the questions out like, what could they have promised? What is Nigeria going to gain from this? I mean, what benefit is it for Nigeria to invade the Niger Republic or Niger, right? I mean, then Kent's perspective begins to make sense. Kolu is fighting the France proxy war, so they can use Nigeria to fight the war. And since America will always support France, as they would, right? Kolu is looking for legitimacy from America. If this is an assignment that will give him that, why not? Or look at Nigeria. Can Nigeria really, really afford to be used as a pawn in this proxy war? Let me take another call. Hello there. Okay. Okay, I think I lost that caller. I'm going to take another one then. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayogun.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. This is Don Gada on the line.
Hey, Don Gada. How you doing tonight, sir? Again?
I'm very well. How was your trip to London?
Oh, it was a nightmare. Apart from all I experienced inside London, the rest was quite good. I love the journey, the driving and all that. But yeah, I came back in one piece. So thank you for asking.
Thank God for your safe return. You know, we miss you all through. I was checking for your update and all that. You know, but thank God for your safe return.
Thank you so much.
You know, we always have a lot to talk about Nigeria. It's a country that will never pass, a day will never pass by without having a negative thing to talk about, you know. So there was this video I sent you on WhatsApp yesterday. I know you did not check it, but I want to tell you something about that video. In that video, there was an interrogation in between the U.S. Senate and the military chiefs. This thing happened last week, I think, or this week, sometime last week or this week. They were asking them what is going on in the West Africa, that the whole military, the whole coup that is happening in West Africa, and the ones that happened in the past, that they were the one training the soldiers, including the one that happened recently in Burkina Faso and Niger. Yes. So they were trying to defend it, and they asked them, how many soldiers have you trained so far? They said about 50,000. Inside that 50,000, how many have planned a coup? They were unable to answer that question. Now, let me tell you why I come with this update. The reason is this. I think, since all of us know that Nigeria is a business of United Kingdom, and since the Queen passed away, I think so many people has been trying to penetrate. People like China, Russia, US, and all that. And asking Tinubu to go for this war is not actually in the benefit of them, France taking Niger. This is a way I think they want to penetrate Nigeria. Because if this war is to happen, Nigeria does not have shishi to sponsor any war. They are the one to sponsor that war. And when the war is going on, like all of us know, there is already internal fight in Nigeria. There is Boko Haram, there is ISIS, there is Al-Qaeda, there is so on and so forth. There is insecurity everywhere. They will have to send in their own troop. You understand? If you could recall, they have left the East recently. And there is nowhere they are milking currently. So they want a way they could gather the whole Africa, put crisis like they did in the East, so they could be able to start getting their normal resources from Africa. So now the main thing is that their target is correct. They came at the right time because they have somebody who claimed to be a leader, but has nothing, no IQ, no experience about leadership. Most people when they see people like people like who I don't know how to put it, but I will tell you that since the creation of Nigeria, there has never been a leader in Nigeria. The leaders we have are either touts, gangsters, and all that. And Tinubu is a leader, the kind of gangster leader who does not think, who does not digest, dilute words or action before taking them.
They try and
I will tell you.
If he wants, he will claim glory for it. If he doesn't, they'll blame people and say, people didn't make it work.
Now, people, thank you. Thank you. This is where I'm trying to help you. Even the soldiers, if they have to go to war, they don't just declare war. They will have to study the map, the ground, the air, the sea, the map, the country, and all that before they could penetrate any country. You can't just wake up and say, I give you 7 days to do this and that. If you don't do it, we are coming for war in your country. Who are you sending for the war? Are you going there by
escalate it that much? It was a military coup in their country. Their people, it's not like it's not like the Nigerians are protesting and the soldiers are shooting and killing them. Sure, you get. For example,
do you understand my point?
Them now, and they are shooting them. They are seeing the videos. So we can say they need to go and rescue these people from these soldiers. So they are celebrating them, and you want to go and fight war in the country where people already accepted them. Like, who does
Thank
that?
you. You know, when he was making those speech, I watched that speech live. You know, the gullible ones, the ones without senses, they were praising him. That is our leader, a leader with action. I told you he will do better. You know, that is not a quality of any leader. That is not the quality. If it is actually the quality of any leader, when North Korea insulted Trump would have bombarded that country with immediate effect. If it was actually Tinubu, he would have bombarded North Korea without thinking about the consequences. Now, I want to ask Nigeria something. Do they think that our leaders have their interests at heart? If they think so, both the ones supporting them and the ones are not supporting them. Now, let me ask them this question. In Turkey alone, about 5 Nigerians has died since last week of depression, jumping from the story buildings while police were chasing them. How many of them has been reported in Nigerian news? How many of them has surfaced, or has there any representatives from our country going there to check what is going on? Now, you are declaring war on Niger Republic, and Burkina Faso and the other countries are threatening you that if you actually do this, that you are going to create a war amongst us. Now, there are Nigerians, the people who sell car parts in Burkina Faso are Nigerians. The people who sell okreka in Burkina Faso are Nigerians. The people who bring in foodstuff and so many other things are Nigerians. Do they actually thought of those people before asking to go to war in Niger? So what gives Nigerians impression that these leaders actually have them in mind, that they are fighting for them, you know? So my final say is this. You see what happened in Nigeria today, you know, the so-called protest. It was not actually a protest. It was a dancing of a masquerade. You know, they just organized some people. The government was aware of what was going to happen. It was a planned protest. So the ones who joined, people like Showere and Fal's father, they were just ignorant of what is on ground. Because let me tell you this, if actually it was a protest, count the protest that has been happening in Nigeria since the creation of Nigeria, that you have never seen this, the faces of soldiers, DSS, and all these things. Talk less of when you pull down the gates of House of Assembly. Did you see any Mopo there, any of their securities? You did not see them challenge them. Compare it to the protest that happened during 2020 NSAS, when they went there. You saw the Mopo guiding the gates. You saw the Mopo protecting the gates. Until even when they tried to attack, they were protecting them, waiting for the order to shoot or not to shoot.
I remember.
You understand me? So what have Nigerians ever asked themselves that why is it that when these elderly people protest, there will be no show of power, there will be no show of force? But when the youth protest, they won't even protest. If they just say hello, the killing will start, just like what happened in Enugu 2 weeks ago. Where they sealed people's shop and they come out to protest, they started shooting them.
Like, I saw that, right? I was like, this was so unnecessary. People said they are protesting that they don't want their shops that, okay, well, to feel safe, okay, they stayed away, sit at home, okay. Then the government that couldn't really save them if they open, right, started sealing up their shops, and they are protesting that please open our shops. It shouldn't be our own fault and all that. And you kill 2 people or so. Marketers,
you get my protesting. Point. And so many are still in prison for that. Now I want to tell you this: these people who do so-called NCL, national worker, whatever they call themselves, NLC, are part of the government. Like Ifeanyi said, they are part of the government. They are waiting for their own share. Whenever, check the history of Nigeria, whenever a new government comes in, they must protest for them to be recognized and give their own national cake. And once that is given to them, you will be hearing them, we are going on strike. We are going on strike. When apartheid happened in South Africa in 1993, I want Nigerians to go and watch that video. The people who liberated that country was not Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was the key point, but the people who protested, who made the army and police, who got the attention and the interest of the world was the students, the children, the 10 years children, the 7 years, the 12 years, the 15 years, the 20 years, the youth. Because the military got tired, they could not shoot at them again. They were so emotional seeing their kids because they know their own kids were there too. Not the parents, not those who are amongst the government, not those who get the shares from the government, because as long as I'm concerned, both the lecturers, the primary school teachers, everybody who works for the government are part of the problem we are facing today. Because if you go to those schools, they rape their students, they sleep with them, they rape them without no consequences, they collect money from them, they do all sorts of crime against them without no consequences. So if the youth are celebrating the protest that happened today, they should go and sit down. They should all go into their houses, because nothing has happened and nothing is yet to happen in Nigeria until the youth come out in the street and say enough is enough. That is my contribution.
Unconsolable, because not just come out, you must come out in a way that you are not consolable. Nobody will tell you to say, oh, yeah,
Thank you.
It's okay, you have tried now, go back.
Are you afraid of dying? Do you know how many people that die in Nigeria every day? If the number of youth that die in Nigeria, even the minute they want to shoot, they cannot kill the number of youth that die in Nigeria every day unnecessary by hunger, by terrorism, by accident, and by other means. They cannot kill such number in a day if they start shooting at the youth that are protesting. But everybody is inside the door saying, thank God it's not me, or thank God it's not me, until you get to them. That is my contribution.
Okay, you should have a wonderful evening, sir. As usual, it will always deliver. Okay, I have another caller, but I'm going to tell him to hang on for me for a second. Okay, the last time I told you that we were over 3,800 or thereabouts. Now we have dropped. A lot of people have stopped, especially on YouTube. Okay, but we still have close to 3,300 of us. If you haven't really dropped your own offering, come on, do it now. And another secret is this: if you don't sign in to YouTube, for example, if you have a Gmail account, if you have a Gmail email, okay, go to YouTube and sign in with that same your Gmail and password to your YouTube. You will be able to subscribe to my channel. You will be able to like my video and it will still stay there. But a lot of you who are not subscribers who just stumble on this and watching, of course you've liked it. But unfortunately, the moment we are done is going to take it away. So I hope you will do that for me before you go tonight. Osita, one name. How are you?
One Memo.
One name.
Agutiebe.
Maybe that. Osita. It's good to hear from you again, sir.
I'm great. You are like in short, you are like the wave that cannot be stopped.
And you are my
most
best
of the time,
man, because I always believe everything you say. Osita.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Because most of the times you will talk, it will look like an ordinary talk. And within the space of time, the things will start happening. Then you ask yourself, oh, this guy just said this thing some few days ago, and now those things are happening. But like I said, like you said, and I've always said, the problem, the Third World War that is about to happen, believe me, the way I'm looking at it is going to start from Africa. Because right now, Africa is the ballpoint whereby everybody is coming and they are trying to grab their own place. Everybody's coming. They are coming there to come show a sign of power, intelligent. I was watching a particular program, and that program they were trying to tell us the Western world is bringing in their own propaganda. That in the next 50 years, that Africa is going to be the industrial hub of the world. That Africa will be this.
I looked at that statement and I just laughed. And that it said, for example, that the Americans have spent about 300 billion, that the Chinese have spent about 350 billion, that the Russians, they're just counting themselves, even India and Turkey. But I was asking myself, what these billions they're talking about, where is it? Where can you find it? What are they talking about? You spend the money that indirectly you get from here. The France is spending money, the money of the Francophone countries. Those ones, they don't even have a central bank of their own.
Shocking.
And something that people don't understand about the independence that was given to Africa. The independence that was given to Africa, they told us, it is written there, that whatever we discover that is the mineral resources, for example, the Great Britain will be the first people they are going to call to buy, to dictate how much they are going to sell it to them. The same thing with Francophone country. The most deadliest part of these European powers is the people of Belgium. When you look at their history with what they did in Congo, you'll find out that they are the most dangerous. So what am I trying to say? Because everybody, the whole thing you are seeing in Africa now is because amongst the NATO gang, the other people right now, the Chinese, the Russians, the Turkish, the Indians, they have come to Africa too to grab their own share. So
from the old
you are
order
saying
too.
From the old order. So you are now saying it that the Western world is reacting. If you look at one of the statements that was made by the South African president, Ramaphosa, he said that the reason they are accepting Africa, they are accepting Russia and China, is that when the Chinese, they come and the Russians, they come, they bargain. Give me this, I give you this. But when the Western world, the NATOs, they come, they will tell you that I need this, and this is what I will give to you, and this is how I'm going to pay you. So what you are seeing now is that some people has bypassed them, and they are mad about it. We will ask ourselves in Africa, were we actually free, or did we actually gain independence? We didn't. Because if I gain independence, my brother, I will not come to your house. I will not come to your house and build my military base again in your house if I actually gained independence. So that is what is happening. And, it brings to the fact that the way this Ragamuvian has actually portrayed his importance, his relevance in the scheme of things is to serve these people. The reason he's doing it, because he knows it's illegitimate.
Yes, and he needs them to back him in case if Nigeria is turned against
something.
him, finally,
and
they can come and defend him.
I've always said something, that if they have compromise on you,
yes,
you will, no matter how you repent, no matter how good you are, you will not function right.
No, they will always put.
They have compromise on him, and all he's trying to do is to make sure that he can, because he's not going to clean up the mess, but he's making sure that he can manage it with them. Look at what Kamala Harris said on Twitter. I do not know if you heard about it, and you see the way Nigerians followed her up.
Tell me about
it.
It was like,
yes,
Kamala will know from our own office there that these Nigerians are mad though. Like,
mad.
Why are they like this? For days, it wasn't just that day. For days, they are still after her.
For days.
For saying he spoke with Tinubu of Nigeria.
Even because all these politicians, they normally do have the people that defend them on social media. Even these people could not even defend her.
No, they couldn't.
Because they saw the way people come against. So this thing that this man, this Ragamuvian, somebody called him some kind of name, but I call him a Ragamuvian. The president, this same man that is called Tinubu, is a Ragamuvian. What he doesn't understand is that, you see, the deepest thing in this world that you cannot clean. It is written in the Bible, and I think it's written in Quran, that blood is thicker than water. You see, these Fulani people that you see in the whole sub-Sahara West Africa and the one you see in the Central African Republic, I'm telling you, if you go against one of them, all of them will make sure that Africa is ungovernable. That is the reason they are saying, yes, that's the reason they are saying that the South African are the one that is against Tinubu government. The narration just started about just this weekend. Yeah. I mean, this Monday. That was when that narration started, that they don't like Tinubu. But to be frank and candid, the man was right. You are battling legitimacy, and either you stole it with gun or you stole it with paper, pen. All they know is that the question in court is, did you steal it? You stole. Nobody's going to ask you that, how did you steal it? Did you steal it? You stole. And now you are here talking about other people. It's legitimacy. And you think, I won't tell you a lie. If anybody thinks when this thing will start and think, oh, the Europeans will supply them with ammunition. I was looking at one I think in channels when the person was analyzing it. They will send them ammunition, give them area view. You will find out that your ammunition, that your area view, they used it in Afghanistan, it didn't work. You will fail. And they have used it in the same Sahel. You will fail. French forces have always been there for years. It still didn't work. For years. So which area, it didn't work. Are they talking about? So you will understand it. Let them try it. Believe me, there's something I'm just looking at. What's that? Maybe this is the opportunity that we have to break that country finally. No, it's going to happen. I am not against. Yes, I'm not against. Old Front is facing a lot. Okay, now you go start war. That soon you will start hearing the news of Nigerian helicopter shot down, Nigerian fighter jet shot down, Nigerian soldiers killed. And once that news start coming back, you see all we are talking about tonight. We'll get back to the people and be like, Omo, which life be this concept? One of my friends was, when we were talking about, when I was having that discussion with one of my friends today, you know what she told me? She said, oh, maybe it's Asari Dokumbo that he's banking on. So maybe it's Asari Dokumbo is banking on. Asari to, but they should send him to Niger. It will be very useful. He can come back a general. You know that. He can come back a general. Yes, he can come back a general. All this military fatigue and everything. They say, see Asari, see how God they do. I just told her today that, listen, that if you look at it, the people, they are not budging, they are not backing down. They thought when they said that thing, that they will say, okay, let's negotiate. They are not backing down. And in this thing that was made today, the telecast that was made today, the guy said, let us have a discussion, but the discussion will be based on our uranium and our diamond. That is the discussion. So there's something the Bible says that right from the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence taken it by force. If anybody think that things would come normal without a show of force, I am telling you, it will not come normal. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let me take this. I actually miss you. It's good to hear from you again. All right. Nice one. Yeah. Osita, I have another caller. Okay, and we might be coming towards the end of the program now. Okay, but let's take this first. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
The Prince.
Baba, this is Prince Jejaman, representing IPOB for life.
Good to hear from you, Baba. How are you?
Yeah, Baba, welcome back. We'll miss you a lot.
I know. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I told you we can catch up, and I'm so happy that I have kind of got back into it, So.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And you are doing great.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Please.
Yeah, Baba, make I shook mouth for this matter as it be. Say Kolu told us when he was leader of APC in the Buhari time, he told us that when a country is challenged, You know, they always look for their generals.
They look for their generals.
Okay. He told us about Charles Gore, about Winston Churchill, all the generals. You know, how they did great things.
You just reminded me of that. He said it in Abeokuta. And we were looking at the general. It was Bokwari that was the general, General de Gaulle.
Nobody went there your diary go to forget something. That's why we there for your diary, you know. Baba, you see, now is the top of General Kolu. General Kolu won't go war. You know, Baba, Baba Mayegu, you know what happened. With the thank God, everything they work for our favor, you know. It is set, small. It is set. You know, I will get prayer when I go pray for them. Then I go end my talk. Prayer when I want pray for them.
Yeah, no.
But first of all, I want remind us something. You know, say this criminals within Nigeria, Kolu and company. You know, this turn by turn Nigeria Limited with Buhari gangsters. You know, say they use Nigerian money, build a refinery for Niger.
But they did.
Our money, now they use, build a refinery for Niger and make sure that the Nigerian refinery, all the 4 refineries are not working.
That's right.
The crude oil they are taking out to Niger to refine is raw. From crude oil, you can get up to 1,000 products. Yeah, Baba.
I'll tell you something.
I hear you.
Do you know that?
I hear you, Baba.
It is not only water that led to Kanji and all of this water from Niger. That is, you know, what Tifnumbu didn't think about before he turned off their electricity. You know that KKK pipeline project, the one they went to Europe to go and borrow $6 billion. They wanted $60 billion to construct pipeline from Niger Delta. It go past Niger, it go past Morocco, it go come enter Italy. And so it go Europe. So they won't use them as an alternative energy to this Russia. We don't turn off their, you know what I mean? So this Niger thing is beyond uranium for France. It is like collection of, you know what I mean? Like Antifunubu is not thinking it through at all. Bokwari decided to take a loan of $6 billion to build the pipeline from the Niger Delta crude oil and pump it straight through Niger and others. Now with this Wahala now, that project, consider it dead and lost.
And $6 billion gone, no, $6 billion
gone. And Nagbeseo
gone. And they borrow in the name of one Nigeria.
In the name of Nigeria.
They hear me so. Now there they go now, Baba. You see, then they tell Nigeria and say then they remove subsidy, then they put subsidy. Baba, our crude oil where they carry come out. Now raw crude oil. They go refine now. They hear me so.
I do with you.
And them they carry go for the money refinery where they take our money build for that in Niger. They hear me so. After they come bring this thing, they fuel back. Only fuel, other products no they inside though. We cost billions of dollars. They hear me so. Then that all those products will be say cost billions of dollars. The money they one side for their pocket and their tobacco pocket. Then they come bring only fuel. They can't tell Nigeria say then they do subsidy for us. Mayegu, there is nothing like subsidy. That subsidy and money is just like this money where they allocate governors for state. They hear me so. This is the one that they call security vote. Where we say governors.
We don't get accounts.
We no get accounts. When we say governor, they no be chief security officer. They hear me so. My good general.
Yes, sir.
You see, I'm saying there's nothing like subsidy. Nigeria need to know say there's subsidy where they talk. Now money where they just they share. That like that. Now security vote for them will be cabal. That money. That's why they cannot present one person where they pay that money to.
Mention one.
You hear me so?
They no fit mention them,
Eh?
but not the only
They no fit.
Come be like say,
Go,
okay,
they no
I pay you money.
they no born the rich.
You get,
They no
Prince,
born the rich to
I
call
send
one
you
person
money
because
now. Prince, I send you money. I say, Prince, take this 10,000 pounds. I can't look at your wife. I say, Madam Mrs. Prince, you said take 10,000. I can't look around and say, okay, another person, you said take another 10,000. They can't arrest me, say I steal 50,000, and they only found 20,000 in my pocket. Where is the remaining 30,000? They can't check my bank, see where I transfer them to. Could you please mention those I gave the money to? Why are you pretending that you don't know their names? Why are you talking as if they are so powerful? Billions and trillions of your money was paid to some people, and the president of Nigeria cannot mention their names. But he can talk about their crime and the effect of that greed and that corruption, but he dare not mention their names. Baba, who they fool?
Baba, time don't reach. Make I pray for them. You understand? You don't analyze them well, Baba. I go pray for them. My prayer be say, as they call you, they go. General call you, as in they go for this war. May God make them no change mind. No, we pray, make them go for this war for Niger. Yes. But it's my prayer be say, all the soldiers will go, the ones who get sent, make them awoke, make them abscond. At least from there they go get route.
Go Niger from Niger.
They fit enter Morocco now. From Morocco, you go enter Spain, enter Europe, go hide yourself. You understand?
Okay.
And they tell you, the prayer for them be say, any soldier will say they're stubborn, he go come back like cripple. And as they come back like cripple, you know go get leg, you know go get hand, in head no go day. Like a headless chicken, now so you go take come back.
And my prayer come back alive. Who when head no day, hand no day, leg no day. You say when they come back alive, they will come disabled. That's not disabled. That's them coming back in body
pray,
back now.
Na prayer be that. Okay, you understand? I dey pray. As I dey pray the prayer, they ask Baba God make a sharp prayer, make it the answer or sharp.
Right.
You hear me so? Any bomb where the enemy they throw from Niger or from Burkina Faso, make it the land for Aso Rock, House of Assembly, as then gather there. Make it the land where they go, make it no miss. If they don't come out any of their house, make the bomb the land there for them. Make the bomb no locate any innocent Nigeria. All those criminal politicians, I will pray, make it the bomb the land for where they. All the soldiers where they say they stubborn, any bomb where they throw, make it come back where they call explode. And all the bullets where they go shoot, anyone will come out, make it come back, begin to pursue them.
Like that.
Now prayer where they pray for them be that.
But
and General Kolu,
no be so
make it
now. You know say no be so
and I go pray.
We go pray. Mo just say
he say General Kolu, he own be saying private jets don't go fit fly if you want to escape. Yeah, make him private jet, make him no fit. You understand me? As he get dementia, so all the people where they push him, all of them, self. As they push, they go, and I saw something we're gonna pursue them. All the blood, all the head of the blood of Biafrans where they kill for civil war go begin to pursue them. All the NSAS youth blood go begin to pursue them and their head. All the obedient youth where they kill go to pursue them. All the innocent Nigeria where they die for their road where they no repair. Where they die for typhoid water every week. Go to pursue them. For this war, their head don't go come back. My hair fire go be for their head. This are they pray in the name of Chukwu Kabiama. He say, oh hey, Biafra.
All hail
Nnamdi Kanu. May they release Nnamdi Kanu before they go to war. Mayegu. May they release Nnamdi Kanu before they go to war for now.
Yeah, Prince.
May they leave Nnamdi Kanu before they go to war. For us.
Okay, that's your request. Me, I think say you are saying that if they don't want another extra war, because this one, they go overstretch the military. Some of them will have to run away themselves, like you advised. But
they go run. Many don't resign already
because they feel no come back.
No, they don't go come back. Anyone where they stubborn, no go come back. Me, I know. Thank you, Jare.
Prince, you should have a wonderful
God
evening,
bless
okay?
you.
And that will be my last caller tonight, and everyone else, right? I appreciate your time. I appreciate your comment, the calls, the sharing, the likes, and all the time too. Thank you. I have done my bit, delivered as I kind of felt I could. And to those of you who have called in to add your own voice, to add other perspective to this conversation, you may not know what you have done. You are those who make this platform very unique. I am so kind of like, I can't thank you enough. Let's do it again next time, okay? So before you leave tonight, right, if you joined us midway, you can watch this from the beginning again. If you watch from the start to now, right, before you leave, check if you have actually liked the broadcast or shared it. The follow-up after this will be the replays, the premieres, and some few cutouts too. So thank you to all of you. I will see you some other time. So good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. èèyà.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.